this year's budget theme Onward Together for a Better Tomorrow reflects our collective ambition to build a more inclusive and resilient society as Singaporeans contend with job insecurity amidst rising cost of living. It's a budget that prioritizes uplifting all Singaporeans, including our lower wage workers, by strengthening social safety nets and ensuring sustainable economic growth. As we move forward, it's crucial to reinforce our commitment to these workers, ensuring they receive fair wages, improved working conditions, and the respect they deserve. Singapore's approach to uplifting lower wage workers has never relied on a single measure, but rather a comprehensive suite of interventions, including the progressive wage model, PWM, the local qualifying salary, LQS, Workfare Skill Support, WSS, and the Workfare Income Supplement, WIS. These policies form foundations of our commitment to ensuring sustainable and inclusive wage growth for our lower wage workers. Today, I want to focus on the following three areas to strengthen the protections for our workers, especially lower wage workers. One, enhancing Workfare to boost retirement adequacy of older low-wage workers. Two, improving working conditions for lower wage workers, especially outsourced workers. And three, empowering workers via M-Cube Focus Area 4, FA4. As economies revolve, workers, especially those in the lower wage roles, must be empowered with better protections, stronger financial security, and opportunities for long-term stability. Enhancing workfare schemes can provide older, lower wage workers with greater retirement adequacy, ensuring they can transition into later years with dignity. At the same time, improving working conditions, particularly for outsourced workers, is crucial to fostering fair and sustainable employment practices. Together, these focus areas aim to build a resilient and inclusive workforce that can thrive in a rapidly changing economic landscape. Let me commence by focusing on two key pillars of support, LQS and WIS, and examine how they can be further strengthened to better support our workers in the years ahead. WIS plays a crucial role in supplementing the income and retirement savings of lower wage workers while encouraging regular employment. I appreciate the government's commitment to continuously enhancing WIS. This year, WIS payments will increase to $1.4 billion, benefiting 500,000 lower wage workers. I'm also heartened to note that most of these enhancements are targeted at vulnerable groups, such as our older workers and persons with disabilities. As the government regularly reviews Workfare, I seek an assessment on how effective WIS has been in improving the wages and retirement adequacy of lower wage workers in Singapore. We must also do more to secure the long-term financial well-being of our older lower wage workers. Many lower wage workers retire with significantly lower CPF savings, affecting their ability to afford healthcare and daily necessities in their later years. WIS payments increases with age, but currently max out at 60 years old, even though many workers continue working well beyond that. I urge government to introduce additional age tiers beyond 60, with progressively higher WIS payments to better support older workers who remain active in the workforce. Additionally, the minimum WIS payout in both cash and CPF is just $10 per month. Given rising cost of living, I urge the government to review and raise this amount to provide more meaningful support for workers. LQS ensures that local workers are employed meaningfully rather than token salaries for firms to assess foreign workers. It serves as an important wage floor, ensuring that lower wage workers receive a minimum level of pay across various sectors. We appreciate the government efforts in increasing the LQS to keep pace with the rising local wages, such as the recent increase from $1,400 to $1,600 announced in Budget 2024. with the LQS threshold for part-time local employees raised to $10.50 per hour. Therefore, I call on the government to update on the effectiveness of the LQS since it was introduced and whether its implementation has led to unintended consequences, such as job losses. In particular, I hope that the LQS has truly contributed to rising wages for lower wage workers across the board, and that the data does reflect this desired trajectory too. Relatedly, it will be helpful for the government to clarify its broader policy approach towards LQS implementations. For instance, the wage percentile of which the LQS should be set at to effectively support our resident lower wage workers while balancing against businesses' costs and sustainability. While we have made progress in the uplifting wages, we must ensure that lower wage workers have good working conditions and not taken advantage of. One critical issue is the need for proper, accessible rest areas for outsourced workers, such as the cleaners and security officers. Many of these workers still struggle to find adequate spaces to rest during their breaks. The lack of rest areas can result in them working beyond their maximum cap of overtime 72 hours every month for security officers. In 2021, I raised this issue in the House. The same year, the Workfare grant was introduced by the Ministry of Manpower to provide financial support for companies setting up rest areas for outsourced staff. However, applications for the grant have closed since 31st August 2023. I asked Minister for Manpower whether the review of the criteria and eligibility for the Workfare grant has been conducted. Would the government consider upstream policy measures such as the exempting the dedicated rest areas for outsourced workers from the gross floor area (GFA) calculation for new developments? This could incentivize building owners and developers to incorporate proper rest facilities at the planning stage. Another persistent issue is the leave resetting for outsourced workers. MOM statistics shows that 18,800 full-time resident employees in their first year of employment are receiving only 7 days of paid annual leave. Many of these are lower wage and outsourced workers, such as cleaners and security officers. For outsourced workers, each time a service buyer changes contractors, their leave entitlement may be reset, even if they continue in the same job at the same site. This creates instability as workers may repeatedly lose accrued benefits despite continuing in the same role. Although tripartite advisory encourage continuity of benefits, they appear insufficient. I call on government to work with NTUC and our unions to conduct a thorough review of leave resetting for outsourced workers and explore stronger measures to protect them from unfair disadvantages. So, Madam Speaker, in conclusion, Onward Together for a Better Tomorrow is more than just a theme. It's a vision for inclusive and progressive Singapore. This year's budget lays a strong foundation for uplifting lower wage workers, strengthening retirement adequacy, and improving working conditions. It also reinforces the value of dignity, respect, and fairness for all workers, regardless of their job. Beyond lower wage workers, the budget also addresses the needs of families, businesses, and our economy, ensuring that Singapore continues to thrive in a rapidly changing world. It is a comprehensive plan and supports many facets of our society. With unwavering dedication, the NTUC stands ready to champion the needs and the interests of our Singaporean workers. NTUC continues to advocate for our lower wage workers to better their lives and livelihoods. NTUC cares and is taking actions to enhance their working conditions and welfare because every worker matters. Rest assured, NTUC will take actions for you and with you. For this reason, Madam Deputy Speaker, I support the budget. Thank you.